one note is yielding teaches your dog to respect you. When they see you coming down the hallway, they're laying there in your way, don't step over them, don't go around them. Ask them to get up and move in an assertive voice, and your dog will get up and move. And from then on, he will begin to see you coming, and he will just get up and move on his own without you asking, because you have gained that much respect from him. Now the technique I'm about to work on is come when called. Now this is one of the most important techniques that you can train your dog. And it's quite simple to train your dog to come when called. First, I have to tell you a couple of things about people teaching their dog not to come when called. We, as humans, inadvertently teach our dogs not to come by the behavior that we exhibit when the dog does come to us. Let's take, for instance, if your dog runs out the door, and he runs around the neighborhood, and you chase him for 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever, and you finally catch him, or he comes to you because he's tired of running around the neighborhood. Then what you do is very, very important when your dog comes to you. If you scold him, I told you not to run out the door, or if you even look at him like, or worse, if you spank his behind. Your dog was just told that when he comes to you, something bad is going to happen to him. Another way we inadvertently teach our dog not to come is we call our dog to us. We got a nice warm bath prepared. We pick the dog up immediately and put the dog in the tub. What this tells the dog, when he comes to you, something he doesn't like is going to happen. Or you start clipping on his nails, or you start brushing him with a brush. These things teach your dog not to come to you. And another important one, when your dog is out at the dog park having fun with all his buddies, you call him, he happily comes running to you, and what do? You put your leash on him, and you haul him off to the car. Well, guess what? Next time, it's going to be harder for him to come to you. So, that being said, I've told you all the things that make dogs not come to you. Now I want to show you some techniques how to train your dog to come to you. Now, we use a technique whereby we have to teach the dog to go away from us in order to teach them to come back to us. This is how you do this technique. In the very beginning, don't go too far. Only a couple of steps away. And me and Barkley here is going to demonstrate it to you. We're going to back up a little bit so we can have a little bit wider angle. Barkley, show your dog the treat, then toss it a couple of steps. Barkley, come. Pet him and praise him when he gets back to you. Again, show him the treat. Couple of steps. Barkley, come. Yes, good boy. Once again, couple of steps. Oh, you got that one. It's right there. There you go, good boy. Couple of steps. Barkley, come. Yes, good boy. Now, Barkley, sit. What you always want to do is make it very good for your dog to come back to you. You pet him, you praise him, you make him know that you're super happy when he comes back. Now, in the beginning, those 2 steps, you do it a few times. If your dog gets a hold and handles the technique very well, then add a step or 2, 3 steps, 4 steps. Let him go out there, call him back. Again, he comes back 3 or 4 times, add another 2 or 3 steps. Eventually, you will have your dog going out way away from you and coming back to you. Let me demonstrate. Barkley, away. Come. Yes, good boy, yes. dog gets, the longer it takes him to come back. So you want to do a technique we call bridging. Bridging is whenever you give the command, and as the dog is coming, you are saying, yes, good boy, good boy. Don't repeat the command. You are keeping the command fresh in his mind when you are saying, yes, good boy, good girl, good. And when they get to you, you then pet and praise and treat them with a little food treat. Okay? Now eventually, you will wean the dog off of the food treats. He will not be on food treats the rest of his life. And if you don't wean him off, then yes, you will have to walk around with a little treat pouch on your side to get your dog to listen to you. Okay? So, right now, I want you to take about 10 minutes and I want you to teach your dog how to come back to you. Show your dog the treat, toss it a couple of steps, call your dog back. Barkley, come. Yes! Make it good for him to come back. Everybody ready? Let's go to work.